this is Tom Jones with my favorite radio personality, Jimmy Deal.
Hey, Moore, how are you?
Hey, Jimmy. Great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So nice to have you on the show. You are so talented. Of course, you are an awesome artist. You're a musician. You're a singer, Olivia Newton-John tribute artist. You also do Cher. You do a lot of different tributes. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about that. I know you have a big show coming up. Fill us in about that show coming up in August.
Well, that one is really exciting. It's going to be a really fun one for quite a few reasons. First of all, Olivia was amazing. She left us with such a beautiful legacy. Her music is absolutely wonderful. And I love that her career spanned over such a long time that she gave us so many songs in so many styles. So we'll start with, I'll take the audience through the memory lane of all the way from the 70s when she started with country music, and then through, everybody loves the 80s and
of course.
Yes, and all the way to the movies that she made, Grease and Xanadu, and those are just iconic. So even today's teenagers know and love these songs and movies. So it's for everyone. It's a great family show. It has all the fun, like the bigger songs, and it has all the older songs, songs I didn't even know she covered. For instance, Jolene, she covered it live many times, but she also has a duet version with Dolly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's fantastic. It's a really fun. She has all the upbeat songs, as well as the ballads. The famous "Hopelessly Devoted," and it's in a really great venue, CM Performing Arts Center.
Right.
It's a gorgeous theater. August 3rd, it's a Saturday, 7 p.m.
Right.
And the nice thing also is that it's with a full band, so you get that real live music experience, the full band experience. So that should be really, really, really fun. Nice big stage to jump up and down. I like to dance a lot when I sing.
And you do all the costume changes too, right? I mean, you go through all the songs and costume changes all along the way.
Exactly. That's a lot of fun for me and for the audience.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really fun for everybody I try to get as close as authentic as I can get,
Right.
both with the vocal style, but also with the costumes, and really want to give the audience an experience of the artist that they really loved,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes it connect. It helps everybody connect with the music and with the songs that they love and enjoy, and so familiar with. So yeah, there's 4 costume changes. I have the Bat Sandy.
Now, when you do the songs from Greece, do you have a John Travolta vocalist that does a duet with you when you do the one that I want and all that?
Absolutely, you can't do an Olivia tribute and not have "You're the One That I Want," and we go together. And of course, "Hopelessly Devoted," the iconic "Hopelessly Devoted." But yes, my keyboard player, actually, Michael Rogers, he is so talented. He's multi-talented. He's a wonderful, wonderful, very accomplished keyboard player, but he's also a really great vocalist. And yes, I have the Pink Ladies jacket. I have the leather jacket. I have the entire wardrobe. So it's a lot of quick changes, and but it's very streamlined. It all flows very nicely, and you have the lights, and it's such a nice break from life to go and watch this show.
Sounds like a fun show, really. And again, you said it's at the CM Performing Arts Center, right? It's at 931 Montauk Highway. It's in Oakdale, right?
Right.
And tell us how to get the tickets, most importantly.
Yes, it's super nice that the tickets are so reasonable, and the first row is the same price as all the other rows. So I would suggest for people to hurry up and grab those to get the closer seats.
Right.
There's also a few VIP tables that are a really nice experience.
Nice.
A couple of those left. So yeah, definitely August 3rd we have less than a month, and um, a bunch of the tickets are selling. So that's nice. It's exciting. Um,
Mhm.
our rehearsals are going great. We released a couple of videos. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, we're having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I know you were born in Israel, right? You came to New York to follow your dreams, and you're doing so well at that. How long have you been in New York?
I would say maybe like 10, 11 years.
Mhm.
Uh, I miss the weather in Israel, though, I have to say.
Oh, really?
New York is so cold for me. I thought I would get used to it, but every year it's like worse.
Really? Wow. Yeah, I've never been to Israel, but I mean, it looks so beautiful. It really
Israel is
does.
gorgeous. For such a tiny country, it's like 10 different countries. Because you go to Jerusalem, it looks different. You go to Tel Aviv, it looks different. You go to the Dead Sea, it's different. Different climate, completely different scenery. It's. I guess that's why everybody keeps fighting over it or something. But it's
Right.
gorgeous, and the weather is amazing. People cry there when it's 50 degrees. Oh my God, it's so cold. It's 50 degrees. Shush now, shush now. I don't want to hear about it. La 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 la. So.
Tell us how you got started in music and an interest in performing.
It's a blessing and a curse. Like my brain does, like just multiple, many things. I actually started playing the piano in high school. I didn't even start with singing, and
Hmm.
then halfway through high school, uh, I was humming, and my music teacher was like, "Hello." What are you doing behind the piano? You should sing. And so I started singing. It's considered relatively late to start singing in high school because, usually singers, they start as soon as they're born, like they walk around singing.
Right.
By the time they hit 10 years old, a lot of artists like already, uh, but as soon as I started singing, that became my passion. Like I've always loved music. I love all forms of art. I sketch, I paint, I draw. Oh my
Right.
God. I wish I knew where the off switch off is. Where is it? But I really, really fell in love with singing. I started singing classical crossover
Mhm.
songs, like musicals, like Phantom of the Opera.
Right.
And to this day, actually, it's a nice little bonus that I do at the end of most shows. I close with Andrea Bocelli's and Sarah Brightman's Time to Say Goodbye.
Yeah, I saw the video of that. Boy, you do such a great job on that. What a voice.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's a
Absolutely beautiful, really.
gorgeous song. And I'll tell you a funny story. One time in one in one of the gigs, I was singing, and I like to walk in, between the tables and between the people. And I was walking around with a wireless mic singing Time to Say Goodbye. And this
Mhm.
one woman came behind me and pushed me and knocked the microphone out of my hands because she thought I was lip syncing.
Really? Oh, wow.
Literally, it scared the life out of me. But because it's a really hard song, and it has all the big high notes and stuff. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, the stories that you have when you do gigs, like
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, what is the craziest thing? Maybe that was it. I don't know. But what was the craziest thing that's happened to you while you're performing? Would
that
that
was
be
definitely up there. I did not expect to be shoved. I was like, all because when I sing, I like to think about the words and what the story of the song is. And to me, a big part of singing is the performance, not just, singing.
Mhm.
Singing is great. There's a lot of great singers out there. But I feel like a big part that means a lot to me is when people walk up to me at the end of the show and they say, "Oh my God, you moved me to tears," or "I really felt what you were singing about,"
Right.
and those types of comments. So the performance and the delivery, the meaning behind the words. So I was like just minding my own business, thinking about the words and stuff, and this unexpected, all of a sudden, like just a strong shove like that definitely uh, broke the mic. The mic fell on the floor, but and yeah, but so that's one. Another one, somebody just, I don't know, walked behind me and decided to just like all of a sudden carry me, and all of a sudden I found myself up in the air on somebody's
Really?
shoulders mid singing. I mean, there's so many stories. There's always like when you're singing live,
Right.
technical difficulties you have to contend with, um, and sometimes just you have the good stuff also when people are like so into it that you extend the song and you get people involved in singing with you. So it's really each show is its own crazy journey and adventure.
Exactly.
And I've done so many different ones. So so you get different crowds because I've had a rock band, I had the share band, I had,
Mhm.
so it's interesting to see, what the mentality is of, it's definitely rock heads versus, the Olivia Newton-John, slightly different vibe.
Right, right. So tell me how you began a career as an Olivia Newton-John tribute artist. Were you always a fan of Olivia? How did that come about?
I've always loved, so it's interesting. That's actually a great question, because I've always loved her songs. I've always liked her music and her voice. And throughout the years, people have told me, your voice sounds a lot like hers, a lot like hers. But interestingly enough, I only did like a couple of her songs, the biggest ones. I only did like Hopelessly Devoted, and maybe I think I did um, Magic and
Mhm.
Xanadu. Like I didn't even know any of the other ones. And then just one time it just dawned on me, and my significant other, he was like, listen, he bugged me for like a couple of years, and
Right,
then he was like, you have to, his name is Jason, he's also the manager for the band.
right.
And he was like, and then like I was singing somewhere, with him, and some people were there, and they were like, she sounds just like her, she sounds just like her. And I was like, that's it. And then I was like, you know what, let me delve into her music and see, and I fell in love with her. I fell in love with her music. I fell in love with her songs. She had such a good variety, a little bit of everything, like I said,
Yeah.
between the country, the pop, the grease, and I gorgeous songs I didn't even know. She did a song with Elton John. She did it. She got, I found all these beautiful songs that she did. And then I started learning about her, and I fell in love with her personality. She was a huge animal rights advocate,
Mhm.
just a beautiful person. And then I actually met someone online, actually the person who connected me with you, Carl.
Oh,
And
Carl's the best. Carl is listening right now. Carl Limbo. He's a good friend of mine for 30 years at least.
yes, he became my Olivia friend. He met her in person, and I was like, he found me online. He said, she was such a nice person, and you're so great, you sound so much like her. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy to meet somebody who met her in person. I was hoping, she's nice, she seemed so nice, but I never met her in person. I never got to see her live or anything like that.
Ah,
So, and I was like, oh yay, because that was the last piece. I already had a lady artist crush on her,
right.
but I was like, I just need to know if she was a nice person.
Well, she was awesome because Carl knows because he's met her, of course, at Westbury, and I've met her at Sirius XM Radio, and I also met her at WPLJ Radio, who I used to work for. So I met her twice, and she was, let me tell you, she was an awesome lady. She really was, and very down to earth. I met her with John Travolta in the cast of Grease, and she was just so nice. She
I would
really was.
love to have met her, because every artist has stories about them. Oh,
Uh,
this guy was not nice. This guy was nice. This guy used to do
no,
this.
she was very cool. She was a very down to earth, very nice lady, and of course, Carl will back me up on that.
Yes. So I was so happy. That was like the last piece for me. And then we landed the deal with the theater. Uh,
Mhm.
and I was like so excited, to bring her music, because, like, a lot of artists cover a lot of female singers like Janis Joplin and Cher. There's a lot of tribute acts out there. There's a lot of rock tributes, but nobody covers Olivia. And I was like, she had such beautiful music. Somebody has to cover her. Somebody has to.
Mhm.
And of course, the outfits are cute. So
You
I'm
look.
not.
I mean, I saw some of the videos. You have some great videos on YouTube, and you look fantastic wearing those costumes. I mean, you look just like her, and boy, you do sound a lot like her.
It took me a lot to find some of those costumes to look like as close as possible. Let me tell you, I had to find each piece for the Let's Get Physical outfit one by one. I really had to find the leotard in one place and the top on one place. It was quite the legwork and the homework to put that together. But it's so the whole thing is just so much fun. Again, it's like I said, it's August 3rd, so everybody has to hurry up. And the CM Performing Arts Center, it's also called the Oakdale Theater. So it has a couple of different names. So it's good to know all the different names that it goes by.
Again, it's 931 Montauk Highway, Oakdale. And again, tell us one more time how to get those tickets.
So you can go to my Facebook page. There's a direct link. My Facebook page is www.facebook.com/Hopelessly Olivia.
Oh, okay, great.
Hopelessly Olivia. That's an I came up with once I fell in love with her. I was like Hopelessly Olivia, and it's easy to remember.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just search Facebook, you just go and search Hopelessly Olivia. You'll find the event, and there's a direct link there. You can also go to CM Performing Arts Center website, and they have the link to purchase the tickets there as well. And it's easy to find the event and the links, and it's one click, and it takes you straight to the map of the theater.
Awesome. What's your favorite Olivia song to perform on stage?
Oh, that's such a tough. See, so each one is fun for different reasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I love the favorites, the crowd favorites, because they're just fun and they're great productions. Xanadu, Magic, Let's Get Physical, and Hopelessly Olivia. Those are just, you can't do without. But there's a couple that I fell in love with that were new to me when I started researching her. A couple of her country songs are super fun and cute. Some of them are some of her ballads are really emotional. I Honestly Love You is gorgeous. And one you'll be I was surprised. We Go Together from Greece.
Oh, great song.
That was a doozy to learn. For somebody who isn't like a diehard Grease fan who watched the movie like 100,000,000 times and already knows all the
yeah.
I'm not a rapper, but once I had it down, so that was, now I'm like, it is so fun to dance that song and perform that song. I'm like, yeah. So that one is a lot of fun. She had a lot of really, really fun songs. I love the words to Magic. I feel like it speaks to everybody. It's a tough choice. Like I can't narrow it down to just one. Whenever I sing one, I'm like, oh, I think this one is my favorite, and then I sing the next one, and I'm like, no, this one. I love all her songs. I do.
Did you Look at Me? Sandra D. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. So that one is, to me, is, see, like I said, every song has its own beauty and its own reason why I fell in love with each and every one of the songs. But she comes into her own in that song. She starts off, that's the song that she turns from the good Sandy, to the naughty, to the bad Sandy, from Sandy too. And I've seen interviews with her, and she was even herself, her own personality, Olivia. I'm not even talking about Sandy. And she was even a little self-conscious when she finally came out on the set being the bad Sandy, the Sandy 2. And she needed some reinforcement to, so in that song, that's the song where she transforms, right? She comes out of her shell and she comes into her own. And so I remember I did it the first couple of times, and then Jason was saying, you have to remember where she's at, and really, and that's the part that I was telling you about, the performance, the story, the meaning, what was she feeling at that moment in time. It's actually a really beautiful moment for her. When she starts, she's very introverted, she's very shy, insecure, and then that's the moment where she screams to the world, and she becomes a gorgeous, confident woman. I think it speaks on many levels to women, to people, and it's a turning point. So that is, I'm glad you brought up that song because it is one of my favorites for many reasons. And of course, it's a beautiful melody. Uh,
Mhm.
it's a great song because it's almost an acoustic. It just has the keys, so it's very intimate. And people have clapped when I've performed that song. People have clapped midway to the end because it just calls out to people to connect with the words and that part of the story at that moment in time.
Right. Do you
Uh,
enjoy that part of her, or the wild part of Olivia, or the timid part of Olivia? Which one do you enjoy performing better?
I love both, you know. And it's, I believe that in every woman and in every person, you have all these different parts of your personality, and it's so much fun. And I think it comes off in the show. It's so much fun to let out the all those different parts of your personality, and I
Right.
think it lets the audience it it lets them bring out and connect with those different parts of their personality. So
Right.
I think there's a little shy little person in us, in each one of us, and then there's the part that here I am, and let's have fun, let's jump up and down, and so both are enjoyable, and it's fun to go back and forth also.
Yeah.
uh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. And you also do the country side of her. Of course, she did John Denver. Said right, country roads, and I know you do that.
Yes, so that's just a classic, right? And I feel like country is going strong. Country is across the board, you know, crowd favorite.
Hmm.
Definitely the old golden classics. People love to sing along with those, so those are nice, like to start the evening and start that journey of her career and her music. And people love to clap along and sing along to those. Everybody knows the words to those, so
Right.
it's a fun one. All the country ones that she did, and I was happy that she did a lot of happy country ones. Only a couple of like "Please, Mister Please," where it's
Great song. Another one. Yeah. I mean, all her songs were so great. They really were.
really, and they just kept getting better and better.
Hmm.
And they got like, and then you have the '80s with all the synths, you
Hmm.
know, all the synth sounds and the keyboards and stuff. But they're also fun. Um, She even has a song with Elton John called "The Rumor."
Right.
Which is a really fun one. Uh,
Hmm.
a little more love is a cute naughty one. Uh,
Right.
I, there's so many. There's so many. And she had some nice high notes in some of them. She's not easy to cover. Let me
I'm
tell you.
sure. Yeah.
She was
What is the
almost.
most challenging song that Olivia has that you have to perform on stage that you find maybe this one's a little bit harder to do than most of the other ones?
Oh. um, I will say so, but for different reasons. Like I find that the very well known songs are
Hmm.
you're. It's very tricky to do a tribute because you get the hardcore, the diehard fans that like want a very similar experience. So the very well known songs, you're always like judged very critically over. Like, is it, you know, exactly the same? So that, see, again, each song has a different challenge. Definitely. Xanadu has some really high notes up there. Uh, Believe it or not, We Go Together is super hard because I love jumping, and when the music happens, I almost can't control myself. I love dancing and performing, so it's like hard to catch your breath and do a good job
Right.
because it's a very exciting song and but it's so fast and you have to get it. So that one is a challenging one. Honestly, uh, she makes it look so easy. She
She
did,
does.
but
Yeah.
the songs are quite challenging. Um, they're all, the ballads are not easy. I'd say the country ones are a little easier to accomplish. Definitely, as soon as she hit the 80s, she was like, uh, this
Yeah.
out. So, but hey, practice makes perfect, and I have a wonderful lineup of musicians with me. I'm very proud of them and the band that I've put together for this show. Again, it's August 3rd, so it's coming up real soon. Uh, that's a Saturday at 7 p.m. in the, it's called the Oakdale Theater. It's also called CM Performing Arts Center. And it only seats around, I think, 350 people. So you got to grab those seats because it's filling up fast. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, already.
You have such a beautiful voice. How do you keep your voice in such good shape?
Singing. By singing. Um, um, it's when I sing the songs, it it just comes to me. I'm lucky. I will say I'm very lucky because I can sing for, I think I've sang 5 hours straight with
Mhm.
no break, and I somehow don't lose my voice. I don't know how, why. I don't know if it's luck or I'm just using my vocal cords correctly.
Mhm.
I should do more vocal exercises, but I do them. I try to keep in shape and exercise and eat healthy. Um, so I believe that the healthier that I am, the more support
Mhm.
and provide for my vocal cords. Um, so definitely, I feel that's an important for everything, anything that we want to do. I believe in a healthy lifestyle. I do a plant-based um, lifestyle,
Oh,
so
really? Okay.
yes. So I think perhaps that has to do with it.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. You want to use your vocal cords correctly and not stress them out. And I sing hard songs and I sing all kinds of songs, and I don't get hoarse. Like unless I am down with the flu, I've sang hours on end. Like sometimes if I see that, if I sense that if I take a break, that the energy will drop, then I just don't even take a break and I just keep singing.
Keep
And
on going.
yeah, and I've had people say to me, "How do you have so much energy to sing and dance for so long?" They're like, I was like, "That's why I don't have to go to the gym."
So you keep in shape just dancing on stage. There you go. That's a great way to stay in
Yeah,
shape.
I have started. I'm like, recently I was like, you know what? I feel like I want to jog around a little bit here and there and
Mhm.
do some push-ups. But yeah, definitely, I feel like being in shape is helpful.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I also saw a video that you did of Mamma Mia's from ABBA online. Man, what a beautiful job you did with that as well.
Thank you. I mean, I do have a confession, and I do have a soft spot for disco in the 70s.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so yeah, Bee Gees, ABBA, wah wah guitars. Um,
Hmm.
but don't tell anyone. Um,
We'll keep it quiet. Nobody will know.
between us here. But yeah, I love anything disco. Honestly, I love all music. You know, I just recently, I've always done a little bit of country. Recently, I was like, you know what, country is really cool. It's almost, it has a rock side to it. But yeah, definitely ABBA. Probably I could do an ABBA tribute. I know
Oh, really?
so many of her songs. I could probably do a Bee Gees tribute. I
Now,
know.
I know you do a share tribute. Tell us about that.
Yes, so Cher, also such an honor to cover these gorgeous, gorgeous performers, right?
Hmm.
Their careers spanned over decades. Um, and she had some really fun ones too, all the way from her older ones, Gypsies, Tramps and Thieves, Half Breed, Dark Lady, and all those. And then she kept it going, that girl. She kept it going all the way, through Do You Believe in Life After Love, Strong Enough.
Hmm.
She had a couple of that I never heard of that I was like, man, that's a cool song. couple of disco ones in the middle there, a couple of Cher was all over the place also. She did a couple of almost country ones like Jesse James.
Yeah.
So they're right up my alley because I love artists that do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I mean, I cover a lot of rock. So it's like there. I guess the artists that I choose are all over the map, just like me.
Yeah, I mean, when you do Cher, do you do the costume changes like for Turn Back Time, like she did?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I was approached. The whole Cher thing started when I did just a random gig at one of the festivals on Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
The keyboard player was like, "Hey, listen, you're a really animated, lively singer. You have a great voice. Why don't we start a Cher project?" And I was like, Cher, let me see. He was like, "You get to wear all the costumes." I was like, "Okay, say more stuff like that." I was like, okay, I'm in. So yeah, Cher, bless her, she definitely was into the costumes and the wigs, and that is a lot of fun. So I love covering her songs as well.
Yeah, I saw you were doing a show with Cher. Metro's on Main. Did I see something on it?
This coming Wednesday, and that I do there once a month, and I changed the theme. And last month it sold out.
Really? Wow.
Yes, my poor friends wanted to come, and they called to make a reservation, and they couldn't get in. So
Wow.
again, grab grab your seats. That one doesn't have a cover charge, so that's nice. That's a nice bonus. There's no cover charge, but that's why it sells out so quick. So that's a good one to call immediately and grab a table.
Do you mostly do shows on Long Island, or do you venture outside Long Island as well?
I've done some in Queens, a couple. I believe that now with Olivia, I'm going to start spreading out to out of Long Island
Mm-hmm.
theaters and things like that. It seems to be going in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that's starting to happen. Yes.
Oh, so awesome.
Yeah. So far I've been on Long Island, but now it's going to start venturing a little further out.
Well, I'm in Brooklyn, so I'll hopefully bring the show to Brooklyn because we'd love to see you here.
Yes, I'm sure. Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens. Definitely had a couple in Queens recently.
Yeah.
I think there's more in the pipeline that I can't share yet. But
Okay. I know you're a great artist, and Carl told me something about bottles that you love doing bottles that they light up. Tell me about those bottles that you draw on and stuff.
oh my gosh, I wish I can actually even show you a couple if you want me to find and come back. But yes, so I guess I have like a multiple personality.
I know you did a Coca-Cola bottle. I saw that online, and boy, it was beautiful, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, if you want, I'll bring it and I'll show everybody. I have
Sure. If you want to run off and.
Sure, it's in the other room. I'll bring.
Okay, you got it. We'll wait for you to come back and show you the bottle. That'll be great. I won't go away. I'll be right here. All right, everybody. Also, while she more goes and gets those bottles, I just want to inform you about some of the people coming up on Celebrity Spotlight. Next Monday, country star Lee Newton is going to be here. A good friend of mine. Of course, she's huge in Nashville right now. She's got brand new music coming out. We're going to talk all about that. She's opening up for Sarah Evans. She just recently opened up for Randy Travis. She'll be on the show. Then on Thursday, Owen Elliott's going to be here. Daughter of Cass Elliott. Of course, her mom was Mama Cass, and she was from the Mamas and the Papas, of course. So Cass Elliott's daughter will be here, and she'll talk all about the book that she just wrote on her mom. So we'll learn all about Cass Elliott and her life and all the fun facts about Cass Elliott's life, and also her daughter's life as well. And also Carol Connors is going to be on the show. She has a new book called Elvis, Rocky, and Me. She actually dated Elvis Presley for a while. She co-wrote the song Gonna Fly Now, which was the theme to Rocky. She's going to be on the show. And we have a lot more people too on the way. So I'll let you know more about that as we go along here. And Moore is back and she has her bottle. So Moore, what's going on? Show us those bottles.
So this is, I have to aim. This is the Coca-Cola bottle, one of them. I'm trying to, it's hard to aim Where is it? There we
Wow,
go.
that's really cool. How do you put the lights inside of that? That's awesome.
Actually, let me. I can't. Oh, you have to do it the opposite. So this is Olivia.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow, I see. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Wow, look at that, the face on
I
it. Wow.
incorporated the Coca-Cola logo into her hair, as you can tell.
That is talent right there. Wow, that is absolutely
And
beautiful. I
then
love that.
they do light up.
Nice. Now, if anybody wanted to get one of those bottles, did you sell them? How would people be able to get those?
They're all on my other Facebook page, which is More Artwork,
Hmm.
Artwork. Uh,
Okay,
so just if you type that into Facebook, yes, they all have these LED lights in them.
that's
It's,
so cool.
it's a string light like that,
Nice.
and you can change the batteries if you want.
Mm.
And not just Coca-Cola bottles. Sometimes I do just wine
Wine
bottles.
bottles. Wow, you do it all. Check that out.
So, for instance, like this is just with a marker,
Hmm.
believe it or not.
Absolutely beautiful. Wow, look at that. Nice. That is really, really nice. I love the way you put the lights on inside, though. That's awesome. I love that.
I'm
That's
trying
great.
to. I wish I had both hands. I'm
There
like,
you go. I love the way they look, though. They were absolutely beautiful. Wow.
and for instance, and I like to. Actually, I figured out how to use both my hands. Here we go. Now I'm gonna have an easier time. But like
Okay.
for instance, in this bottle, I use the actual shape of the bottle
Hmm.
to make the cage of the bird.
Oh, wow. Check that out. How
She's
cool is that?
flying out. Is she's flying out of the cage? See,
Amazing. Yeah, yeah. Wow.
into the wildflowers.
Nice.
So, and you can see her through the other side
Uh-huh.
as well. So that's just one of the things that I do. But I paint on rocks, I paint on leaves, I paint on canvases, I sketch. I'm going back to the Olivia because I wanted to show you that it says, "Tell me about it, stud."
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Wow. So awesome.
Holding the cigarette. But yeah, you can buy my bottles if you go on my Facebook page. You can, and I have some core art on there. I have, oh my goodness, shoe designs. I used to have a shoe company.
Really?
Yes. So, and I hand print on T-shirts. I
Hmm.
have jewelry. There's gorgeous jewelry on there.
You do it all.
Oh, like I said, if I knew where the off switch, I would maybe get more sleep.
Not only, in addition to that, I know you have two boys, right?
My goodness, yes. That's
And,
another
and
part.
you like to cook because I saw an amazing pizza that you made the other day on Facebook.
You did your homework. That pizza
I
was.
do homework. And not only that, that pizza looked really, really good. I see a cookbook in your future more.
I was like, and now I'm gonna have to sing for like 3 hours to work off this pizza.
That looked like a Brooklyn pizza for sure. That was a really good looking pizza for
I
sure.
couldn't believe that it came out that good. I swear. Honestly, you want to hear my greatest, latest accomplishment as a cook? Actually, I graduated
Uh-huh.
to a baker.
Really? Oh,
I made
wow.
my own bread.
You bake
I
bread.
pictures.
Okay.
I made bread with vegan pepperoni in it. I
How cool
rolled
is that?
pepperoni. Oh my God, you could have that bread with nothing on it. It was good just as it is. You didn't even have to butter it or nothing. It came out so good.
Wow. I definitely see a cookbook in your future.
I swear, you know what? People keep asking my friends when they come over, even my friends who are not vegan, they're like, "Can I have the recipe?" I'm like, "I don't know the recipe. I put a little bit of this, a little bit of that." I figured that I imagine it in my head. I'm like, I think that will taste good together. I make it up as I go along. I actually make a sauce that I call, and my boys love it. I put it on almost anything. Like I'll saute cauliflower or whatever it is. I'll put it on a burger. I call it
Mhm.
mommy's sauce.
Really?
And
Wow.
I can't tell you what I put in it, but it's delicious. And my boys always tell me, my boys always tell me, "Mommy, you should really open a restaurant." And boys
Yeah.
are picky, they're picky eaters, and mine are. I'm like, "Mommy, can you make this? Mommy, can you make that?" And they've said so many times, they've said to me, "Mommy, you know what? You should bottle and sell your sauce."
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And you could do the performing, you could do the entertainment, you could do the food. There you go.
Right now, I'm just excited to get a theater show. It's my first theater show, and it's such a lovely theater that I'm honored that they picked me up, that they picked up my show, CM Performing Arts Center in Oakdale.
Hmm.
That I'm, it's it's really an honor and an honor to be playing with such a great lineup of musicians in my band. The band has a beautiful keyboard player, Michael Rogers. I have an
Hmm.
amazing bass player, Avi Wolf, a great guitarist, Dave Watson, and I have a beautiful, beautiful drummer, Jerry Noble, and I have an awesome backup singer. She is lovely. Her name is Cindy Hazel, and they each one of them is such a talented musician. I'm so honored that uh, they're part of this project.
Absolutely, sure.
So between the theater and all the musicians and Olivia's beautiful songs, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
Yeah.
So,
Do you perform with any other tribute artists at any other times, like Elvis tribute artists or any other types of tribute artists?
well, I do have the share coming up on Wednesday,
Hmm.
and then I do themes. Like it seems like recently there's a huge demand for my '70s show,
Oh,
'70s
okay.
show. So that I group. I do like what I call sort of a an all star song list.
Oh, okay.
Theme. So I'll take the biggest hits of the 70s and disco, like the biggest hits of ABBA, Bee Gees. And also, actually, I'm actually glad you asked me. I have an awesome acoustic act. I have a
Hmm.
beautiful guitarist. And what I do with him, that's such a great concept, and people love that too. That's an all-star set list of all eras of music in all genres.
Oh,
So
nice.
that in with that, it's I call it the nearly impossible set list. So I'll sing the hardest songs that I can find from like all the eras. So for instance, um, More Than a Feeling is a very challenging song. I'll sing More Than a Feeling,
Right.
stripped just to a guitar. I'll sing
Hmm.
Bohemian Rhapsody,
Really?
stripped just to guitar and vocals. Yes,
Wow.
it's possible. I'll sing the Bee Gees, then I'll sing Umbrella by Rihanna, then I'll sing 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. I sing the Bocelli song just with a guitar.
I love the way you did that Bocelli song. That was unbelievable. Really,
Thank you.
it's such an awesome video. Really,
Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, and like it's to take all the and I'll do Welcome to the Jungle.
really.
You know,
Little Guns N' Roses.
yeah, and I do Sweet Child by GNR.
Right.
So that acoustic act is it's it's cool because usually what singers do or what bands or ensembles will do, they'll target either
Hmm.
it will either be a rock band or a disco band or a country band, or they'll do a tribute. So to either be a Bon Jovi tribute or a Cher tribute. Nobody does where they take the biggest songs that ever happened from like all the eras and all the genres and
Hmm.
into one and strips them down to just
Right.
guitar and vocals.
Amazing.
But
You're so talented. Wow.
that's my
Your boys must be so proud of you. Saying, "My mom is so cool. She does all this, all these artists."
they are, and it means everything to me. And they're
Uh-huh.
going to come to my first theater show. They're like, of course, they're 9.5 and 12, and
Mhm.
usually boys that age have no interest.
Right.
I'm the yeah, they are. I'm the only. So I'm also class mom, and so my son is the only one who's like, "Mommy, you're sitting with me on the bus." All the other kids are like, don't
Yeah. Right. They don't want to. They don't want to be near their parents.
so this guy is wedging me, so it's him and his friends, and I'm half falling off the because he insists that I sit with him and his friends on
Oh
the
wow.
so yeah they're good boys and they
So
know
cool.
that and they love how my little girl was like, "Mommy, if I had a band, I would want you to be in my band."
Can't get a better compliment than that right there.
Yes, yes. He made my day. They both. So it's. I mean, I'm. What can I say? I'm lucky.
Yeah, so once again, let's tell them about that show. Again, it's Hopelessly Olivia by Moore, Saturday, August 3rd, 7 p.m. at the CM Performing Arts Center or the Oakdale Theater, right, in Oakdale, right, 931 Montauk Highway. And again, tell us how to get the tickets.
So either go on the website of CM Performing Arts Center. It's a simple Google search, and you will find the show under guest acts, something like that.
Mhm.
Or and even easier, if you just go to Facebook and type in Hopelessly Olivia, my page will just come up. You'll find the event super easily, and there's a direct link right in the event.
So awesome. Also, Beryl from Virginia, who says she's a big Olivia Newton-John fan, wants to say hello to you. So Beryl from Virginia says hello.
Hi. How are you?
Well, I want to thank you so much more for spending some time with me. This was really fun. It was great to get to know you, and thank you for taking the time out to talk to me on Celebrity Spotlight.
Thank you for having me, and I loved your questions. You really made me think there about all the songs and remember all of them. It was wonderful.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate it so much. And again, I thank Carl, too, for putting us in touch. Carl Limbo, a great friend of mine for 30 years at least, and a friend of yours.
I'm sure listening, and I'm going to go talk to him after.
Yeah, Carl's a great guy. I know him. I used to bother him all the time. I used to be backstage bothering with the celebrities all the time when I was with many radio stations.
Are you out of time, or do you want to hear a crazy story?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Are you out of time, or do you want to hear?
No. Go ahead. You can tell us a story.
Well, I always say that Long Island should be called Short Island, because when I used to have a store,
Mhm.
and it was a big store, and we had events. We had all sorts of different kinds of events, pop-up events, whatever. And
Right.
one time we had a wrestling event.
Really?
Wrestling event, yes. And I actually sang in that event. I sang "Welcome to the Jungle." But this guy last minute said to us, "Hey, can I be the MC for the event?"
Right.
And we were like, "Sure, yeah." And we did this little bit where he said, I'm gonna tell you that I want to sing instead of you," and like it's an act, all the wrestling and stuff.
Right.
And then time went by, and then all of a sudden, Carl. This is months later. Carl, our friend Carl, found me on Facebook. He didn't even know me. He didn't even know my name. He didn't know I'm Moore. He just found the Facebook page, and the Facebook page doesn't tell you the name of the person. He just said, "Listen, I just want you to know you're fantastic. I met Olivia Newton-John. I saw her live, and you do such a great tribute to her." And we kept talking, and then over time, I was like, "Hey, my name is Moore," and then we actually switched to our personal Facebook profiles. Months later,
So awesome.
I find a keyboard player. It's his nephew.
Are you serious? Oh, wow.
And not only that, Carl is my keyboard player, Michael's godfather.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, wait, that's the guy that was the MC in my wrestling event in my store.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And it was,
Yeah,
I couldn't believe how everything is coming together.
I mean, it's a small world, especially in the entertainment business. It really is. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
But but anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I want to thank Carl for hooking us up. And this was fantastic. It was great. I had fun doing this.
Me too. Great
Yeah.
out there.
Well, hang with me right now. I'm just going to wrap up the show, and I'll come back to you. How's that? So just hang with me, all right? I'm just going to one more time. I just want to mention all the people that are listening out there. Cindy in Lake Ronkonkoma, producer Cindy, doing a great job tonight. Dara in Jersey City, also Beryl and her dad, Michael in Virginia. Thank you so much. Tom Payton, who's always out there. Thank you. Carl Limbo, our good friend. Thank you, Carl. I appreciate it. My mom in Canarsie, thank you. She listens all the time. Also, Tommy Staten Island. So many great people that listen to the show all the time. Marty in Gravesend. Also, coming up on Celebrity Spotlight one more time, Monday, join me. Lee Newton, country star, is going to be here. A good friend of mine. Third time she's going to be on Celebrity Spotlight. She has some new music. We will talk about that. She's going to be opening for Sarah Evans. We'll talk about that and so much more too. And then on Thursday, a special Celebrity Spotlight. Owen Elliott, the daughter of Cass Elliott, is going to be here. Of course, she is the daughter of Mama Cass Elliott from the Mamas and the Papas. She has a brand new book in the stores. We'll find out all about Mama Cass Elliott, all the facts about her life, and all about her daughter as well, and growing up as the daughter of Cass Elliott, Mama Cass Elliott. So that's going to be very interesting, of course. And also Carol Connors is going to be on the show. And Carol Connors, she is a singer, and she has a brand new book called Elvis, Rocky, and Me. She dated Elvis for a while, and she also co-wrote the Gonna Fly Now, the Rocky theme song. So we'll find out all about that and so much more too, and about her fabulous career and all the stars that she's in touch with and that she has worked with over the years. So I want to thank everybody for listening tonight. Thank you more for joining me. It was so much fun. And we will catch you again Monday night with Lee Newton. So everybody have a fantastic night. Have a fantastic weekend. And we will talk again on Monday. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.